songwriting been? I mean, who temper writes an album?
Prince, baby.
But when you think of someone like Whitney, another subject we spoke about, she made some music that was perceived as not black enough, and there was backlash. Where Prince, because of his musical range, he's got a guitar and stays funky. He never had that criticism.
No, because he didn't start. I don't believe he started out in any particular genre. And like he said, he made it so he was ambiguous all over. He didn't start anywhere. He didn't start in R&B or hip hop, or he didn't start quote unquote black. So that he didn't have anywhere to move to. He started in one lane and just stayed there. Do you know what I mean? Which I think we should all do.
Well, I think part of the fact is because he's got that creative control, because he's, he is the curator of his own work. Whitney Houston got wrote for a lot of the time, so she has to go where the music is taking her. I mean, just that little term there of temper writing is lovely. Anyway, I know of a temper wank. I'm aware of that.
Can I just be honest and say I'm not?
You look like a guy who's
consoling, sad, cry wank.
I've not met Whitney Houston, but I feel pretty confident that she didn't give a shit with anyone.
No,
when she did her Grammys and in town, or the sniffing with Bobby.
No. One last question before we move on, Olga. What sort of speak about a new car and a bucket?
All right, we might be ready to move on this.
And that's why you're not friends.
I realise it's now in the Brian special. We don't have much budget. There's a new car of your choice, free chicken. I'm like, it's worth it. It's a good explode. A car and chicken.
You can have all of my Corona material.
That's decent. Let's move on to envelope number 2.
A misogynist who threatened sexual violence in his lyrics and disrespected women.
Yeah, not a great one, guys. So Prince's sexually rampant image, yes, that was part of his electricity. Obviously, we have to try and separate the fancy performance from the man. Lyrics and videos were often provocatively sexually explicit, but he also crossed the line. At least 2 of his songs threatened rape. Now I'm going to have to paraphrase it. I'm actually quite glad I'll paraphrase it. In Extra Lovable, what a title. He described how he was on the precipice of violent sexual assault, and he didn't use the words violent sexual assault, he used the word rape.
Difficult to write.
Yeah, exactly. And he kept saying, have you heard me? Can you hear what I'm saying? I cannot resist doing this sexual crime. I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. This is the rhythm of the lyrics, they're not the exact lyrics. Are you going to consent, or do I have to force you? Do I have to drag you? That's another one of the lyrics. Is he enjoying being cruel? He was throwing out a yeah at the end of that. This song was recorded in 1982, and it wasn't released. It was reworked and then released in 2011.
Wow.
I mean, what the hell was that?
Without those
lyrics, I mean, what was he thinking in Lust You? In Lust You Always, recorded but not released, he sang about how his whole form was reeking with desire. And guess what he felt he might be compelled to do to you if he couldn't resist? That's right, violent sexual assault. I mean, this keeps on cropping up. But can we judge Prince for evil lyrics that weren't released? Olga, am I being too harsh?
You're right, the first person you asked.
Well,
Johnny's the one who opened the envelope.
Yeah, Johnny, sorry.
It's a very difficult one, isn't it? Because the thing is and at this point, I think we should involve one of the bits of the pre-existing knowledge I have of Prince, certainly from researching posthumously when he tragically took a dip. And so obviously I heard more recently about his situation with Sinead O'Connor, where she said on GMB actually.
Alleged,
Yeah, she said that he tried to beat her up and she was spitting at him. Obviously there was an altercation between the two, but he was trying to assault her.
And he prevented her from leaving when she tried to leave as well. That's the other last part of the allegation.
Yeah, and she also said that there were other women who could kind of corroborate or had similar experiences with Prince. So, these are accusations, but on the same note, I am always someone who believes that there is very rarely smoke without fire, and I do think that, those things you can't take in isolation. But I would say, if we do try to take that bit in isolation, there is uncomfortable subject matter that I don't think you should really be talking about, but ultimately that's what he's talking about. It was also a different time, which doesn't excuse everything, but he wasn't the only one talking in ways like this within music. And so I don't think that on its own, him talking in really quite, disgraceful terms within one song or two songs is enough to, really put him to the bottom end for me. I don't think he should do that, but, maybe if he was in the modern times, he wouldn't be speaking in those ways.
What's your view, sir? I mean, you can talk about it with stand-up. The problem is, as soon as you start saying, I want to do this and I feel that way, people take it. But I do stand-up all the time saying, I've got a bit of a routine at the moment about people who drink boiling water with a slice of lemon in. And I say I would like to smash their faces in. I obviously don't actually want to
babe?
But I don't literally want to cave their skull in. It's me doing my persona as a way to get a laugh.
Yeah.
Now, I know, obviously, using the word rage is incredibly problematic, to put it mildly. But Prince, you can't get much more of a character on stage than Prince.
Yeah.
How do we separate that?
For me, there's two things. One, there's something to be said about children who are really talented, who don't grow up in normal social circles, who spend a lot of time alone, and then they become really famous and they have like the world at their fingertips at a very young age. There's something there. Two, Oprah and I were downstairs and we're like, how can Prince be evil? We found it, babe.
Yeah,
yeah.
Here it is.
Right there. Slightly a little bit crazy. But I just think that there's something in, we have to give space to, he's been, how many geniuses do we know? Not giving him
I
credit.
mean, you're asking the wrong person, because obviously I host this.
Well, I'm saying most of the geniuses that end up in it, like Michael Jackson has problems, Madonna had, everyone who's kind of come up in this way has this moment. And is that to be because they become almost godlike? They think no one can touch them, so they can just do what they want.
And we never get to see them geniuses because they all died before we had money. As you said,
Johnny,
Tanya, and I'm on your page,
I mean, and if you do a sense genius without an evil, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Mind game of evil genius. If a guy is singing,
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
I'm so full up with feeling, I'm not sure I can resist committing a violent sexual assault. Can we go, yeah, man, that's just a character. Come on. That's like an expression of toxic masculinity to reverse. Or is he trying to say, I'm a rapist, but there's a melody underneath, so I can get away with saying it? Not that Prince ever was convicted or anything like that, but was that in his heart?
It's coming at you.
That's what he's trying to tell us.
If I'm being honest, I've never heard of any of this, so this is all brand new information. I will say what Johnny said, Sinead O'Connor said, is much more alarming to me than the lyrics. I think we need to both evaluate the fact that those songs were never released, and also the landscape of songs at the time. When you turn around and Sting is like, every breath you take, I'll be watching you. And even like Robin Thicke a few years ago talking about blurred lines. I think all of the, oh my god, pop music in general has had a consent issue.
That just threw me a little bit. August just ruining all the songs that I love.